Hello dear students, welcome back. In the today video lecture, I am going to discuss about the continued part of that thermoelectricity. In that today, I am going to focus on the thermodynamics of the thermocouple. In that, now I am going to discuss about the derivation of the relation pi is equal to T into dE divided by dt. Here pi is nothing but a Peltier coefficient and T is nothing but absolute temperature, dE divided by dt is nothing but a thermoelectric power. Now consider one thermocouple consisting of two metals, metal A and metal B. Let T and T plus dt be the temperature of the cold and hot junction, and pi and pi plus d pi be the Peltier coefficient for the pair of hot and cold junction, and sigma A and sigma B are the Thomson coefficient of the metal A and B respectively, and these two Thomson coefficients are taken as a positive, sigma A and sigma B. When a charge flow through the thermocouple, heat will be absorbed and evolved at the junction due to the Peltier effect. As I have already discussed in the previous video lecture about the Peltier effect. If you don't know, just go through that Peltier effect video. Right? In that Peltier effect, the heat is absorbed and evolved at the junction only. And similarly, due to the Thomson effect, the heat is absorbed and evolved throughout the metal. This one is also I have discussed in the previous video while discussing about the Thomson effect. Let one coulomb of the charge passes through this thermocouple from A to B through the hot junction. Heat energy is absorbed due to the Peltier effect at the hot junction, that is pi plus d pi joules, and heat energy evolved due to the Peltier effect at the cold junction, that is pi joules, and heat energy absorbed in the metal A due to Thomson effect is sigma A dt joules. Heat energy evolved in the metal B due to the Thomson effect, that is sigma B dt joules. Okay, and this is a heat absorbed due to the Peltier effect, and this value is a heat evolved due to the Peltier effect, and this value sigma A dt is heat absorbed due to the Thomson effect, and sigma B dt is the heat evolved due to the Thomson effect. Now we are going to calculate the net heat energy absorbed in the thermocouple. So I am going to take a pi plus d pi joules minus pi plus this one is due to the Peltier effect, and next due to the Thomson effect sigma A dt minus sigma B dt. Okay, now I am going to simplify this one, and here pi get cancelled. Okay, so this net energy absorbed in the thermocouple, it is utilized for the establishing the potential difference in that thermocouple, that is dE is equal to d pi plus sigma A minus sigma B dt. This is the equation number 1, right? Since the Peltier and Thomson effect are the reversible effect, as I have discussed in the previous video about while discussing the Peltier effect and Thomson effect, these are both are the reversible effect, and the thermocouple acts as a reversible heat engine. In the reversible heat engine, in the usually heat engine, there is one is a source and another one is a sink. Okay, and here in the thermocouple, the two junctions are acting as one as a source and another one as a sink. Now the heat energy pi plus d pi joules is absorbed from the source, that is T plus dt Kelvin. Okay, then look at this diagram. Here the heat is absorbed from here. Okay, pi plus d pi at the temperature T plus dt, because it is acting like a source, right? And sigma A dt joules is absorbed in the metal A at a mean temperature T Kelvin. Okay, that mean temperature is T Kelvin. This is sigma A dt joules is absorbed in the metal A. In the metal A, the heat is absorbed due to the Thomson effect. Okay, also the pi joules is rejected to the sink. This one is a cold junction is acting like this one is a sink, comparing with a reversible heat engine. Okay, that pi joules is rejected to the sink at a T Kelvin. Sigma B dt joules is given out to the metal B. This one is a metal B at the mean temperature T Kelvin. Right? Now, this above changes are perfectly reversible. So, therefore, by the second law of the thermodynamics, we have, I'm going to write pi plus d pi divided by T plus dt plus sigma A dt divided by T. This is at the hot junction is equal to pi divided by T plus sigma B dt divided by T. Okay. So, now I am going to simplify this equation. I am going to take a pi by T on the left hand side and sigma A dt divided by T on the right hand side. So we got this equation, pi plus d pi divided by T plus dt minus pi by T is equal to sigma B minus sigma A dt divided by T. Okay. Now if I going to take the LCM, we will get pi T plus d pi T minus pi T minus pi dt divided by T into T plus dt is equal to sigma B minus sigma A dt divided by T. Okay. And now I'm going to cancel this term, pi dt and pi dt. Okay, remaining term we will get pi d pi into T minus pi into dt divided by T plus dt, and here dt get cancelled. T plus dt is equal to sigma B minus sigma A into dt. Right? Now, after the simplification of that last term, I'm going to take this T plus dt on this side. Okay. So we got d pi into T minus pi into dt is equal to sigma B dt T plus dt. Now I am going to multiply with this term. So we will get sigma B minus sigma A T dt plus sigma B minus sigma A dt square. Okay. Now I am going to neglecting the term. I am going to neglect this term. So after the neglecting, what we will get? Again, I am going to take this term on the left hand side. I am going to take pi dt on the right hand side. So we will get T into d pi plus sigma A minus sigma B into dt is equal to pi dt. From the equation 1, just we have to look at the, what is that equation 1? Right. So that equation 1 is what? D is equal to d pi plus sigma A minus sigma B dt. Okay. From the equation 1, just we have to look this one. D pi plus sigma A minus sigma B dt. This is nothing but a dE, comparing with the equation number 1 that I have written here. Okay, d is equal to d pi plus sigma A minus sigma B dt. I am going to replace this term with the dE. Okay, so above equation becomes T into dE is equal to, now I am going to take a dt on the left hand side. Here, if I take a dt on the left side, I can write it as a, T into dE divided by dt is equal to pi. Even I can rewrite this equation as pi is equal to T into dE divided by dt. This is equation number 2. Right? So it means the Peltier coefficient is equal to the product of the temperature of the cold junction and thermoelectric power. Okay, and this is all about the derivation of the relation pi is equal to T into dE divided by dt. dE divided by dt is nothing but a thermoelectric power, and T is nothing but a temperature of the cold junction, and pi is the Peltier coefficient. Okay, thank you.